Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Sheila's stunning hypocrisy toward Luna and Poppy exposed. Fans condemn Sheila Carter's astounding hypocrisy as she assesses Poppy Nozawa's parenting. The villain, who abandoned her own children, plays Luna's sympathetic grandmother. Fans are stunned by Sheila Carter's hypercritical attack on Poppy's parents. The pot calling the kettle black has B&B viewers screaming, "Hold on to your remotes, soap enthusiasts, for the audacity is off the charts." Sheila Carter, the woman who has literally spent 3 decades harassing families, exchanging babies and shooting individuals, is now acting as a worried grandmother and judging Poppy Nozawa's parenting skills. I really can't take this level of hypocrisy. Fans are obviously furious, and one viewer aptly described what we're all thinking. Since when has Sheila been Mother of the Year? What is the answer? Never. This woman has never demonstrated any mother instincts during her 35-year reign of terror, and yet she is clutching her pearls over Poppy's faults. The bombshell that began it all. Let's look at what sparked Sheila's complete 180. For months, she demonstrated unexpected empathy for Poppy, to the point where her husband, Deacon Sharp, became skeptical of her unusual generosity. But everything changed with one startling revelation. Luna Nozawa is Finn Finnegan's biological daughter. That's correct. Luna is no longer merely a troubled intern. She is Sheila's grandchild, the result of a scandalous meeting between Poppy and her adolescent nephew Finn several years ago. When did Finn's paternity test confirm him as the father? Sheila's whole worldview transformed. Luna went from being a nobody to having blood. Her new connection to the Forrester dynasty via Finn and his son Hayes. Sheila's criminal maternal history makes this rich. Can we please address the staggering hypocrisy here? Let me remind everyone of Sheila's great parenting record. Sheila drugged Scott Granger to become pregnant, and after her baby died, she actually switched him with Lauren Fenmore's healthy kid. That's how her parenthood adventure began, with a kidnapping. What about her daughter, Mary Warwick? Sheila persuaded the poor girl into seducing Rick Forrester as part of a wicked plan. Mary screamed for guards to let her out of the prison visiting chamber after learning her mother's true nature. She absolutely disowned Sheila. But wait, there's more. Sheila has twins on YNR, Daisy and Ryder, who are both criminals whom she has effectively abandoned. She has another daughter, Diana, who she shows no interest in. And here's the kicker. Sheila has a grandchild named Lucy through Daisy, whom she has ignored for years. Yet, she has unexpectedly become Luna's grandmother of the year. Please, the true reason behind Sheila's judgment. This is not about Sheila suddenly acquiring morals. This is a premeditated power play, and I believe it's all part of her biggest scam yet. Think about it. Sheila's entire life has revolved around entering the Forrester dynasty. She failed to secure her position through marriage to Eric Forrester. She failed via her daughter Mary. But thanks to Finn, who married Steffy Forrester, she finally obtains her golden ticket. Sheila removes competition by portraying herself as the concerned grandma and Poppy as the irresponsible mother. She wants control of Luna, but Poppy stands in her way. Classic Sheila manipulation. Some fans believe this is also a psychological projection. Sheila sees her own shortcomings in Poppy, the falsehoods about paternity, the neglect, the chaos, and is projecting her self-loathing onto a suitable target. It's simpler to judge the sinner in the room than the one in the mirror, right? Poppy's character assassination makes Sheila look good. The writers absolutely damaged Poppy's persona to make this scenario work, which truly grinds my gears. She moved from being a free-spirited but loving mother to saying she was glad her daughter had died. Seriously, writers? Really? They transformed Poppy into a pill-popping, negligent mother almost overnight. It's as if they needed someone worse than Sheila to make viewers believe in a Sheila redemption storyline. The character assassination was so obvious that fans were calling it out left and right. What is really going on with Luna? Speaking of Luna, this is where things really get fascinating. Spoilers indicate that she is not actually dead. Dr. Lee Finnegan is supposedly hiding her and treating her in secret while she is in a coma. When Luna awakens, which she will find herself in the middle of a three-way matriarch war. Will she side with Poppy, who has effectively disowned her? Will she be loyal to Aunt Lee, who saved her life? Will she fall under the influence of loving grandmother Sheila? My money is on Sheila to draw this fragile young woman into her web. That's what she does best. Nobody foresaw the unholy alliance. Prepare for this twist. There are hints that Sheila and Lee may team up against Poppy. I know, these two despise each other, but they both dislike Poppy even more. Lee is enraged that her sister has seduced her son, and Sheila sees Poppy as a competitor. Could you imagine? Sheila Carter and Lee Finnegan team up to protect Luna from Poppy's influence? Despite being the enemy of my enemy, still, this unholy union would be Sheila's masterstroke, eliminating Lee as an adversary while marginalizing Poppy. The million-dollar question: is this redemption or the ultimate con? So, what is Sheila's endgame here? Is she truly attempting to be a good grandma? Or is this her most complex plan yet? Scenario 1. Sheila's near-death experiences have transformed her, and she sincerely wants to bond with her grandchildren. Her techniques remain twisted because that's all she knows, but the motivation is genuine. Scenario 2. Everything Sheila does is a performance. The judgment of Poppy, the feigned grief, the protection of Steffy, all are intentional efforts toward ensuring the Forrester legacy through her grandchildren. I am betting on the lengthy con. We're talking about Sheila Carter, the lady who has repeatedly faked her death, shot her own son, and terrified families for decades. A leopard does not change its spots, and Sheila does not magically become Mother of the Year. The fans have spoken, and they are not having it. This topic has really blown up on social media. Fans are unified in condemning the hypocrisy. One viewer saw a complete 180 in Sheila's behavior, while others point out that she's judging Poppy for the same things she's guilty of 10 times. The fact that Sheila has a grandchild on YNR that she has disregarded for years, but now cares about Luna. Everyone can see through this manipulation. We understand it's all about the Forrester connection, not true grandmotherly affection. Bottom line, Sheila's hypocritical grandma act is definitely the first step in a sophisticated game to gain control of Luna and permanently infiltrate the Forresters. The true question is whether Poppy and Lee will be able to stop her, or if Sheila is about to pull off her biggest ruse yet. Will Luna see through her grandmother's ruse when she awakens? Can Poppy rehabilitate herself after the authors threw her under the bus? And how long before the real Sheila reveals her true colors again? One thing is certain. This grandma war is only getting begun, and the hypocrisy will reach epic proportions before it ends. Lee's risky encounter, Grace's truth bomb, and Liam's gratitude. The bold and the beautiful recap is officially available for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. In today's episode, Lee Finnegan engages in a dangerous confrontation with Sheila Carter Sharp. Meanwhile, John Finn Finnegan makes Grace Buckingham tell Liam Spencer the truth. Grace Buckingham's plea. Grace tries to persuade Finn to maintain her secret. The unscrupulous doctor makes a desperate attempt to explain. Please keep this a secret. According to Grace, Reese Buckingham owes money to several people. Those individuals are after her, Zoe Buckingham and Paris Buckingham. What if they demand more money? Finn inquires. Grace swears not to do something like this again. She cannot lose her medical license. It is her life. She continues to ask Finn to remain quiet. Read this. Discover what happened in the latest episode of B&B. Grace wonders if he intends to inform anyone. The doctor says no. Then she adds that Grace will tell Liam the truth herself. Liam Spencer's gratitude. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer watches Hope Logan converse on the phone with Brooke Logan. Following the phone call, she tells Liam all about Brooke's mishap. The patient describes Bill Spencer's adoration for him. Liam mentions $1 million. Hope praises Liam for being a nice man and father. Sheila Carter Sharp's bold move. Deacon Sharp approaches Sheila at Il Giardino, but she is preoccupied with her thoughts. Sheila is thinking of Lee. She reached out to her again. Deacon reminds her that Luna Nozawa has died. She needs to say her goodbyes. Deacon thinks it's a good thing Luna is gone. Sheila becomes upset. The restaurant owner encourages her forget about Luna. Sheila is upset, and she doesn't expect him to understand. Deacon simply does not want her to experience any more suffering. They hold hands and Sheila goes away. Where are you going? Sheila tells you to go find Finn. The waitress adds that Steffy Forrester Finnegan is out of town, so they might actually get along. Sheila rushes to Lee's workplace and discovers she is not there. She starts texting till April claims the doctor is on leave. They chat about nursing issues. April adores Lee and feels so sorry about Luna. Sheila wants April to inform her where Luna's remains were transferred. She is Luna's other grandmother and Finn's biological mother. April decides to check into it because she is Finn's mother and Luna's grandmother. However, April discovers on the computer that there are no records of Luna's death. She proposes Lee be approached directly. April dashes from the office. Read this, the bold and the beautiful spoilers. Grace's stunning admission flips Liam's lid. Baker should hire Finn. Lee Finnegan's theft. Lee speaks to an unconscious Luna. The doctor examines all of the equipment in the room. Luna needs additional medication. Lee needs to go to the hospital for medication. At the hospital, Lee wanders into her office and runs into Sheila. Lee drops a large bag with medicines and supplies. Sheila says she's been trying to contact her, but Lee frantically returns the drugs to her bag. Where's my granddaughter? Luna lies still in the private medical suite. Meanwhile, Finn and Grace enter Bill's home. Hope and Liam fawn about Grace's sainthood. Grace says they can do it another time. Liam urges she stays. Finn claims Grace is there to tell Liam the truth about his brain tumor. What arrogance! The absolute boldness. In a cosmos full of falsehoods, betrayals, and resurrections from the dead, only one figure has managed to reach new heights of hypocrisy with a sanctimonious smirk, and that's none other than Sheila Carter. Fans of the bold and the beautiful sit, slack-jawed, television remotes in hand, as they watch Sheila, the indisputable queen of parental malpractice, slam Poppy Nozawa's parenting like she's Mary Poppins. While she throws stones from her shattered glass house, viewers are not buying the phony halo she is wearing over her head. This isn't a redemption story, it's a cunning coup disguised as empathy, a chess move so calculated that even Deacon Sharp is taken aback. Let's be clear, Sheila Carter has no moral high ground when it comes to motherhood. This is the mother who drugged Scott Granger, abducted Lauren Fenmore's baby, switched children like toys, threatened Steffy Forrester with a gun, and subsequently shot her own son Finn by accident during a revenge binge. Her parental past reads like a rap sheet, and she has the audacity to condemn Poppy, who, while she has made some terrible mistakes, hooking up with her adolescent nephew Finn and hiding Luna's paternity, has never shot anybody. That is already a level above Sheila. So, why the sudden interest in Luna Nozawa, the girl she used to look at suspiciously? Simple. Blood. Sheila's entire manner changed after the paternity test confirmed Luna to be Finn's daughter. She wasn't just looking at a disturbed intern now. She was looking at her path into the Forrester dynasty via her son's bloodline. Forget Deacon. Forget Steffy. Forget about Hayes, her grandson, whom she nearly killed by shooting his parents. No, now it's all about Luna, Sheila's newly minted biological grandchild who she had no idea she needed until destiny handed her a straight genetic conduit to power. Poppy suddenly transforms from former comrade to number one enemy. All because she gets in the way of Sheila's dream of becoming Luna's savior, protector, and, dare we say, primary maternal figure. But here's the twist that transforms this soap opera into true Shakespearean theater. Although Sheila complains about Poppy's secrets and neglect, she has repeatedly disregarded, jeopardized, and abandoned her own children. Mary Warwick? Disowned her. Daisy and Ryder? I barely acknowledge them. Diana? Who? Lucy, her grandchild from the young and the restless? She has never met the youngster, much less sent a birthday card. And yet here she is, pretending to mourn over Luna's death and denouncing Poppy as if Sheila is a parent. Meanwhile, true secrets are being revealed behind the scenes of this delusional farce. Because Luna is far from dead. Dr. Lee Finnegan, in a secret suite driven by trauma and control, hides the comatose Luna from the world, refusing to tell her son Finn the truth. Why? Perhaps to protect him. Perhaps to punish Poppy. Perhaps she is so plagued by what her sister did to her son that she has taken moral responsibility into her own hands, like she did when she faked Finn's death once. That is correct. Lee has done this before. Sheila suspects it. In a chilling episode from August 7th, 2025, Sheila confronts Lee in the hospital, catching her red-handed with a duffel bag full of stolen medications. Where's my granddaughter? Sheila demands, not with grief, but with wrath, because she understands. She knows Luna is alive but hidden and she wants in. Not to save Luna, not to protect her, but the goal is to control the narrative and, eventually, the girl herself. Meanwhile, Deacon watches helplessly as the woman he once thought he could save sinks back into obsession. Let her go, he says of Luna. You have to let her go. But Sheila refuses, because letting go requires giving up power, which Sheila has never done in her life. As Sheila plans and spins her fake narrative of mother care, the authors add fuel to the fire by undermining Poppy's character as quickly as a Forrester wedding unravels. Suddenly, Poppy is no more a carefree single mother who tried her best. She is a pill-popping, emotionally abusive woman who told her daughter she was relieved she was dead. Fans erupted. Character assassination, they exclaimed, and they were correct. Because the only way to sell Sheila as a savior is to portray Poppy as a monster. And, while Poppy's parenting is problematic at times, she has never planned a murder. But the story does not end there. Spoilers hint at something unexpected. Sheila and Lee, erstwhile adversaries who attempted to kill each other, may be teaming up. Why? Because they both detest Poppy more than they do each other. For Lee, Poppy is the sister who seduced her kid and lied about it for 2 decades. Sheila considers Poppy to be her challenger for the Forrester crown. This unholy partnership would be Sheila's crowning achievement, a method to eliminate her 2 main threats, Lee and Poppy, by pitting them against each other and stepping into the void as Luna's new guiding light. But it's all a fraud, a manipulation, an Emmy-worthy performance. And it's working, at least on those who are unfamiliar with Sheila's history. But we do. We remember the bodies, the lies, the scars. Finn agrees, as he listens to Grace Buckingham finally admit that Liam's brain tumor diagnosis was a fraud, aided in part by her eagerness to salvage her career. He begins to question everything. Who can he trust? His aunt, who snatched and rescued his daughter, his biological mother, who is acting as if Luna has always been her favorite grandchild, or Grace, the doctor whose deception almost killed a man? Luna sits in the heart of this maelstrom, unmoving in her coma and unconscious of the war raging around her. But she'll wake up, and when she does, she will have to choose between her mother, who disowned her, her aunt who concealed her, and her grandmother, who wants to take her soul. That's when the real drama starts. Because no matter how hard Sheila Carter tries to pretend to be virtuous, she will always be herself. The claws will come out. The lies will continue. And the instant Luna begins to think for herself, Sheila's ideal grandmother persona will shatter like glass in a catfight. So brace up, for the struggle between mothers and monsters is far from over. While the writers may attempt to deceive us into believing Sheila has changed, we know the truth. Once a manipulator, always a manipulator. So the second Luna gets inconvenient, she will join the lengthy list of children who Sheila has harmed, plagued, and abandoned, exactly like the rest.